music. Oh, hi. Hello. It's been a minute, hasn't it? Final things here, making sure everything's working, because it never is when I don't stream for a bit. Everything's gonna fall over. My webcam probably doesn't work currently. Never really does. Thinky, Firebot? Did I put Firebot where it needs to be? Hello! Yep, that seems to work. Very good. Beautiful. Today we're doing Spider-Man 2, because, yeah, that game is apparently now somewhat playable. Stumble Saturday material for sure still, but we're gonna figure out to what degree it's even doable, if it's fun, if it's at all entertaining. And yeah, that's what we're doing today. It's gonna be an interesting one. I've been gone for a bit. Honestly, didn't have much to stream that I felt was worth or needed to be revisited. There's a couple things I'll go through. It like there's the game jam for audio games, which I try to do not too many audio games on this channel, but I'll do them from time to time. There's the As Dusk Falls update, which is audio description now, so we'll look into that. There's Mortal Kombat, which has non-sucky speech now and a couple new characters. We may look into that. There's a Hearthstone expansion coming out, so there's a couple small things to see. There's a couple games that are being worked on. One or two that have actually gotten to a stumble state at least. So we may do that. In the meantime, let me check my everythings. And once that's done, we're going to start right into the game. I have not started the game up yet. Is it echoing? It should not be. Oh, actually, it should be doing that. Yep. Hello, Molidvan. Welcome in. And hello, welcome, Crescent Says. You two like literally fired right after each other. That's kind of interesting. So yeah, if anything is too loud, music too loud, microphone too loud, game too loud, please let me know. It's been a second, so my hearing might be off. We'll see how things go as we progress here. So many angry music songs today. Very fun. Let's add some happiness here. Molidvan. Sounds like sounds good, Crescent, thanks. Crescent says sounds good so far. Molidvan says, finally someone who pronounces my name properly. Like, where are you from, my friend? Let's have a look-see here. We're just preparing the game here. Croatia, I see. I speak no Croatian, I'm afraid. Like, I know that, like, Dobra dan and, like, variations of that is pretty common in Slavic languages, but that's as far as I get, so excuse me if I just butchered your language. Let's see, I need the PlayStation. Let's get the PlayStation up and running here. We have visuals, I can see those, they're good. This is On My Way by Streambeats Origins, if anyone's wondering. And On My Way is going on its way. Bye. Let's get the actual game to talk here.
Controls. PS5. Marvel's Spider-Man 2. Home for Florian Byers.
So yeah, that's what we're doing, and my name is now being doxed on the screen. I hope you like it.
L1 or 1 button switch homes. For more content, press the down button.
Let's look at a little intro music starting while I'm talking here. So
PS5.
There. Basically, what happened with this game was it came out and it had a few audio, a few accessibility features,
Horizontal list 3 of 14. L1 button
but a lot of it wasn't ready yet, and then we had a big delay in the various stuff that did come out. And only like really this week, stuff came down. I'm gonna bring that down a little bit. It's a bit loud. There, that should be good. So basically, the accessibility features, including audio description, came out this week, and I almost sort of passed it by because I didn't think it would still be very playable at all for blind players like myself, which it may very well still not be. I see some mixed signals. I see some like mixed stories. Apparently, some more audio cues have been added that we didn't expect to get. So now we're going to see just how bad we do. Like, I know that swinging in general works okay. I know that in buildings we will probably get stuck. So if this is a game that starts with a tutorial that you're actually in a building and we can't find the beacon sounds and things, then, well, this is a very short stream. Or I may have to think of something else to do. I can grab the Lethal Company game, for example. That is being worked on and is in a Stumble Saturday state, so we can look at that instead. For the moment, though, let's have a look at this game, see how far we do. There's a screen reader now, that's also new. So with a little bit of luck, that'll just start speaking when we start the game. Let's find out if it does.
Marvel's Spider-Man 2.
Hello. Marvel! Oh, I forgot to grab an OCR window for this. Let's do that real quick. That way I can OCR and read you people things. I've missed reading you people things. It's been a minute since I did that for the last time. Alright, let's see. Where's my console? There it is. We'll right-click that and get an OCRable
Initial
window.
setup, new game, vertical list, 1 of 8. Start a new game, L1 button, view additional suits, R1 button, upgrade to digital deluxe, cross button, select, square
look at
button,
that.
disable screen reader.
That screen reader isn't awful. I've heard that layout and
Initial
that
setup,
voice
new
somewhere
game,
before.
Vertical list, 1 of 8. Start a new game.
Yes, I'll be
L1
right with
button,
you.
View additional suits, R1 button, upgrade to digital deluxe, cross button, select, square button, disable screen reader.
I just want this source. Alright, so what do we got? We got initial setup.
Initial setup, new game.
New game,
vertical list,
challenge
1
level,
of 8.
accessibility
Start a new game,
presets,
L1 button,
popular
view additional
settings, all the
suits,
things.
R1
Let's just
button,
go through
upgrade to
these
digital
things, see what
deluxe,
we can do
cross
here.
button, challenge level, vertical list, 2 of 8. Selector, amazing, 3 of 5. This setting is for players who like a balanced combat experience. L1 button, view additional suits.
So I've
R1
never
button,
played a
upgrade to
Spider-Man
digital
game
deluxe,
in my
left
life. I
directional
turn this up a
buttons
little
choice,
bit. Now it's kind of
adjust,
quiet
square
in
button,
comparison to
disable
me, I
screen
think.
reader.
There we go. So I've never played a Spider-Man game before. I don't really have that much with the
Initial
character,
setup,
honestly.
challenge level,
Shut
vertical
up!
list, 2 of
You
8. Selector,
king
amazing,
thing.
3 of 5. This setting is for players who like a balanced combat experience. L1 button, view additional suits. R1 button, upgrade to digital
Isn't that a
deluxe,
Nivona
left
voice? That doesn't
directional
matter.
buttons choice,
So this is
adjust, square
amazing
button,
right now. I
disable screen
may
reader, friendly, 2
go to
of
friendly
5.
just
This
because I've
setting is for
never
players
played
who
these
want to
games.
enjoy the
There's
story.
audio,
L1 button,
audio
view
clicks
additional
and
suits.
vibrations
R1
for
button,
these.
upgrade, friendly, 2 of 5. This setting is for players who want to enjoy the story. L1 button, view additional
So
suits.
what's the first
R1
one
button,
then?
friendly neighborhood, 1 of 5. This setting is for players who want minimal combat challenge. You cannot be knocked out in combat. L1 button, view additional suits.
Okay, that's a bit
R1
too
button,
much. That's a
upgrade
bit
to
too much
digital deluxe,
easiness. I'll
left,
add
right
the.
directional
I'll put it on
buttons choice,
friendly for now. We'll
2
see how we
of
do.
5. This setting
Honestly,
is for players who want to enjoy the story.
I'm not
L1
expecting
button,
to
view
get very
additional
far in
suits.
this game at
R1
all.
button, upgrade to digital deluxe,
So it doesn't
left,
make a
right directional
huge
buttons
difference,
choice,
but we're
adjust,
gonna
square
find out how
button,
far we
disable
do.
accessibility presets, vertical list, 3 of 8. Enable presets that affect multiple in-game settings for accessibility options.
Okay.
L1 button, view additional suits. R1 button, upgrade to digital deluxe, cross button, select, square
Okay.
button, disable
So
screen
what do I
reader.
use left and right to cycle? No, I press X on it. Okay.
In accessibility presets, hearing preset, motion sensitivity motor preset, vision preset, vertical list, 4 of 4.
I do like
Selector,
that
off,
this
1
exists.
of 2. The vision accessibility preset adjusts the following settings, enables, auto heal, screen reader, audio description, QTE autocomplete, narrated ASL, enhanced auto aim, look at waypoint, and chase assist. Vibration mode, functional icon and prompt size. Largest all contrast options are enabled. Left right directional buttons choice, adjust, triangle button, reset all to default, circle button, back.
Okay, so there's a couple things I want to say about this. Basically, I like that this
Accessibility
exists.
Presets, vision preset,
Shut
vertical list, 4
up.
of 4. Hearing preset, vision preset, vertical list, 4 of 4. Selector, off, 1 of 2. The vision on, 2 of 2.
There.
The initial setup, accessibility presets.
Okay, I turned that on. So
vertical list,
basically, I
3
like that this
of
is a
8.
thing. Like,
Enable
if you
presets
know
that
what
affect
your
multiple in-game settings
situation
for
is, your
accessibility
overall like
options.
general
L1
situation,
button,
it's good that
view
you can
additional
just
suits.
turn on
R1
a
button, upgrade
preset
to
to have
digital
that
deluxe,
work.
cross button, select,
I
square
don't love
button,
that
disable screen reader.
QTE's autocomplete. It's a shame that they can't just tell us the button. Like if we have a screen reader, you'd think that it's possible to just pipe the right button into the place so you can actually,
Initial setup.
you know,
Accessibility presets.
quick time
Vertical list,
event
3 of
respond.
8.
I
Enable
like that
presets
it's an
that
option. Don't
affect
get me
multiple
wrong.
in-game
It's good for
settings
some people who just
accessibility
can't do
options.
it, but
L1 button.
I
View
would like it
additional
to just
suits.
be
R1
a
button.
thing I can
Upgrade
do
to
by
Digital
myself.
Deluxe. Pause button. Select. Square button. Disable screen
This
reader.
comes down to something I do like bring up a lot when I do these accessibility tests, like accessibility versus like there is a sliding scale, I think, between like having accessibility make the game easier, a little easier, and essentially the tricky bit
Initial
is
setup.
that at some point you need to make a good
Accessibility
choice
presets.
between
Vertical
do we
list,
play the
3
game
of 8.
for the
Enable presets
player,
that affect multiple
or
in-game
do we
settings for
actually make an
accessibility options.
experience
L1
where the
button.
player's
View additional
skill
suits. R1 button.
matters
Upgrade to Digital
when playing
Deluxe. Cross
games?
button. Select.
And that
Square
second
button.
is
Disable
very
screen
rare.
reader.
I think Forza Motorsports does that really well, but that entire game is nothing but skill. Sure, you can like upgrade your car and everything, but there's not really that much of plot or anything to get through. And like if you it's pure like skill, and that's good. I like that there's games out there that do that. But there's also a lot of games like I would argue that The Last of Us, with everything it does do right, it can be a little handholdy in the sense that you essentially just follow the audio cue, and then if you keep doing that long enough, you'll finish the game, which is kind of interesting, not even sad, like because I think they really didn't have a choice with that one.
Initial setup.
There is so much
Accessibility
happening on the
presets.
screen at
Vertical
any given
list,
point
3
that
of 8.
you need to
Enable
make some
presets
kind of
that affect
concession.
multiple
And
in-game settings for accessibility
I
options.
personally
L1 button.
like
View
The Last
additional
of Us.
suits.
Like I like
R1
playing
button.
through it, and I
Upgrade to
will on
Digital
this
Deluxe.
channel if
Cross
I have nothing
button.
else to just
Select.
play The Last
Square
of Us.
button. Disable screen reader.
God of War is a little bit more towards what I would say requires a bit more skill. The problem with that game is that it's very unfinished accessibility wise, so I want to play that, but it'll always be a Stumble Saturday game for me because I just can't. I get stuck. I get completely stuck for no reason, and there's no reason why the Navisis shouldn't work, but it doesn't. So at that point, I'm literally just flailing around, and that is just not fun to stream nor to watch. I don't like doing that. Like, it's fun for an initial, let's have a look here how this game works, which is what I'm doing here. But I don't want to get back to the game if that's the experience I have. Like, I have Grand Blue Fantasy, the demo. I got stuck in that when I was walking around. Now, I will like consider picking that one back up because I think I just sort of relied on the nav assist a bit too much, and I probably could have figured it out. But there's also, for example, Final Fantasy 16, which works up to like the tutorial thing, and then at some point you just lose complete track of where you are and what you're meant to be doing, which is sad.
Initial setup. Access popular settings. Vertical list. 4 of 8.
Popular
Include some of the most
settings.
Image calibration.
Image
Vertical
calibration,
list,
I'm just
5
going to leave that
of. Popular
alone.
image calibration. Vertical list. 5. Audio calibration.
Audio
Vertical list,
calibration,
6
I'll
of 8.
look at
In
that at
audio
least.
calibration. New game. Vertical list. Global volume. New game. Vertical list. Global volume. Vertical list. 2 of 6. Slider. 10. Adjust the overall volume of a 9. Adjust 10.
Okay.
Adjust the audio output device.
So-
Vertical list. 3 of 6. Selector locked. Headphones. 3 of 4. The audio output device is determined by your system software. Please go
Okay.
to settings, sound audio output, HDMI device type to update your settings. Circle button. Back.
Yeah, so I'm using the my controller to send audio to the mixer that I'm using for streaming, so that's fine.
3D audio. Vertical list. 4 of 6. Selector locked. On. 2 of 2. 3D audio is determined via your system software.
Yeah, obviously we
Please
want
go
that
to
on.
midnight mode. Vertical list. 5.
I don't
of
really think that
6.
cares for
Selector
audio.
Off. 1 of 2.
What's that
Reduce
do?
the range between quietest and loudest sounds. Not available when audio output device is set to headphones. Circle button.
I
Back.
see.
Mono audio. Vertical
And yeah,
lit.
we don't
New
want
game.
that.
Vertical
So I
list.
do like that
1
mono
of
audio is a
6.
thing that we can do.
Initial
That's
setup.
good for
Audio
people who only have
calibration.
like one
Vertical
headphone
list.
in for whatever
6
reason,
of
or
8. Includes
people
key
who are
settings to
maybe hard
adjust
of
the audio.
hearing.
Subtitles. Vertical list. 7
Subtitle
of
we'll
8.
leave
Selector.
alone.
All settings.
All
Vertical
settings,
list.
we're
New
good.
game.
So I guess if I
Vertical
press
list.
new game, that
1
will
of
start.
8. Start a new
And
game.
we'll see how
L1
far
button.
we
View
get. Like I
additional
said,
suits.
I do
R1 button.
not
Upgrade
expect to
digital
get very
deluxe.
far in
Cross
this.
button.
I was
Select.
halfway
Square
already
button. Disable
going
screen
to
reader.
sort of going to like leave it behind. But I hear some people are having a little bit of success, and I want to see how far I get. I'm not a great gamer, so let's
Initial
see how we
setup.
do.
New previously on. Would you like to watch a recap of the events leading up to this moment?
Sure, we didn't get to before. Let's see if the audio description covers this. Oh, we don't get button explanations on what to press to get this to do. I'm assuming X is yes, so I'm
Previously
going to
on.
press.
Would you like to watch a recap of the events leading up to this moment?
Yes, I would love to do that.
Hey, Pete. I'm working on a college application, and it says I gotta tell them about myself.
More like sell yourself. That's the worst.
You got any advice?
Well, take me. Hi.
No, I don't want
I'm
to.
Peter Parker. I'm 25 years old, I have a bachelor's degree in biophysics, and I'm in love with the greatest woman ever,
Humble brag.
who is the best journalist in this city.
Word. Go MJ.
I try to live up to the example set by the other greatest woman ever, my Aunt May.
Humble brag again. Damn.
And a while back, I was bitten by a radioactive spider and got superpowers.
So no audio description in the recap. That's a shame. If you're going to do AD, you might as well do it for
I've
everything.
used my powers to help the city and stop a lot of people who wanted to hurt it.
Ja, ja.
Like my mentor, Dr. Otto
Du
Octavius.
bist ja der
His
Spinnermann.
lab got shut down by an old colleague, Norman Osborn. Otto retaliated by releasing a bioweapon. In the end, I managed to stop Otto, but not without great cost.
That was pretty good. But I'm no Peter Parker.
Exactly. You're Miles Morales. You're 17 years old and a student at Brooklyn Visions Academy. What else?
I guess I help out with my mom's work in Harlem every now and then. She's Councilwoman Rio Morales.
Kind of like that they're both
And
alliterative.
there is
Peter
a
Parker
girl
and
I
Miles
like
Morales.
who's spectacular and inspiring, and I think is one of the best artists in the city. And I also got bitten by a radioactive spider that gave me superpowers. I learned how to be a Spider-Man from the OG. But I learned how to be a hero from my dad.
No.
He was killed by Martin Lee in the City Hall bombing. The good I try to do every day is the good my dad planted in me. But it's been hard. Even with superpowers, sometimes we can't save the people we love, no matter how hard we try. A hero is someone who doesn't give up, though.
I've actually been reading the Superpowers
No
book,
plans.
and this is very apt. I kind of like
I
it.
don't know, man. I can't talk about
Right?
me without talking about Spider-Man.
Loud now.
Sure you can. You just have to... Yeah, why don't
Der
you...
Spinnermann. I wish I had more German people in my audience. So many stupid puns
Marvel
you can
Spider-Man
make.
2. Press cross button to start.
Oh, press cross to start. Isn't it start to start usually? Eh.
Text appears 2 years ago.
There you go.
In a lab, a young white man, Harry, stares at a green containment tank.
Hello, Harry.
An older white man approaches wearing a lab coat with an empty right sleeve.
How do you know his name is Harry? Is that
He leaves as
visible
Norman
anywhere?
Osborn approaches wearing a sharp pinstripe suit.
We ready? Are you good?
Promise me something.
Yes.
Anything?
If this doesn't work, take me out.
Okay. It'll work.
I don't have a lot of time left. I want
This
a
is
chance
starting
to say
extremely
goodbye.
dark from the get-go.
Norman gently touches Harry's cheek. Tendrils writhe inside the containment tank.
I'm not going to lose you.
His hand remains in place.
I will never let you go.
Black tendrils snake from Norman's suit collar to choke Harry.
Well,
Harry opens his eyes. He's suspended inside the green tank, limbs bound by black tendrils. Shutters close over the glass.
well then. We're not even 5 minutes in and we're already doing
Text,
tentacle porn.
present day. Miles, a black teen with high-top locks, sits in a classroom. He scoffs at a college application on his laptop. Other students mill in and sit down.
We have a bell for a reason.
An Asian boy wearing a bucket hat, Genki, gives Miles a fist bump.
Genki. What?
Miles signs "What's up" to Haley, a black girl with a short afro.
Yeah.
I'm here!
Peter, a white man with short brown hair, bursts in.
Why is the Asian person
Morning,
called
class.
Genki?
We have a new teacher joining us today.
A sharply dressed black woman looks pointedly at her watch as she leaves.
Hi, my name's Pete, Mr. Parker. And we are all very lucky today, because this is physics class, and physics is awesome.
Miles points to his neck. Peter adjusts his collar to conceal his spider suit.
Ever wonder how some insects and birds, reptiles can just run right across a pond? 2 words, surface tension. Bathroom? Okay.
Miles shoots to his feet and stiffly leaves the classroom. Sand flutters in through an open window.
Now, surface tension is all about cohesion. Okay? Now, in equation form, surface tension.
I'm gonna get you.
Gamma.
They're coming to get you.
As the force exerted parallel to the surface of a liquid.
A student closes the window.
F divided by the length, L, of the line over which the force acts. Can anybody...
Miles returns.
I need your help.
Go to the bathroom?
Mr. Morales, is it? Are you sure this isn't something you can handle yourself? I'm sure. Okay, class. Read chapter 4 or 5 or whatever. Miles, I need this job. If the principal comes back and sees I'm gone, I'm gonna get fired.
I know, but you gotta see this.
Peter follows Miles into a stairwell. Together, they vault and swing up the landings using webs shot from their wrists. They burst onto the rooftop. Miles
So far,
points.
successful. I don't have to do anything.
Marco, why today?
Huge dust clouds obscure downtown.
I'm so getting fired.
Miles and Peter jog along the rooftop, shedding their clothing and tugging on masks.
Oh, da da.
They now wear form-fitting spider suits. Peter, in blue and red, leaps off the building with a
What's
front
with the
tuck.
what's with the teenage
in
party
red and
music
black,
getup?
performs an aerial.
Hold R2 button. Swing. Release R2 button. Hold R2
Principal
button.
Evans
Swing.
already hates me for being late this
R2
morning.
button. Swing.
Bro, I told you to be on
Cross
time.
button. Jump. Then hold
It's
R2
fine.
button.
We'll be back
Swing.
before we know it.
Good, because I have my college application review with the school counselor.
Oh.
Not sure if I did that
Finished your
right.
essay?
Haven't started.
Oh. Well,
Cross
let's
button.
get to the
Jump.
city and
Then
take care of
hold
Marco
R2
quick
button.
then.
Swing.
We gotta stay in these situations, Spider-Man. Let's move.
Cross button. Jump. Then hold R2 button. Swing.
Hey, you.
Cross button. Jump. Then hold R2 button. Swing.
That's what I'm doing. Oh, they're not on yet?
Vertical list. 1.
How do you turn them on?
8. Restart lap. Resume. Manual save. Photo mode. Controller. Open camera gadget. Settings. Vertical list. Settings. Controls. Gameplay. Camera. Audio. Subtype. Visual. UI. Accessibility. Motion. Hearing preset. Motor vision preset. Game speed. Vertical. Chase assist. Vertical list. 6 of 94. Selector. On. 2 of.
94
Game speed.
accessibility
Chase assist.
features.
Vertical
That is
list.
a
6 of 94.
ton.
Selector. On. 2 of 2. Chase targets have a lower top movement speed, allowing for longer windows of time before the target escapes. Automatically attached to the chase target's vehicle when in range. Press R3 button to automatically turn the camera towards the chase target. L2 button. Previous section. R2
Okay.
button. Simplify puzzles. Vertical list. 7 of 94. Selector. Off. 1 on. 2
We'll turn that
of
on. That's
2.
pretty good
Dismount,
idea.
Dodge / parry timing. Vertical list. 8 of 94. Selector. Default. 1 of 2. Increased. 2 of
I'll give that
2.
more as
Increase the
well,
amount
'cause
of
it's,
time
I've already
available
heard
to
that the sound
successfully
cues are
dodge
not
and parry
super
and
loud.
Enhanced auto aim. Vertical list.
Enhanced
9
auto
of
aim? What's that
94.
do?
Selector. On. 2 of 2. Makes it easier to snap onto targets when activating aim mode. L2 button. Previous section. R2 button.
Okay.
QTE autocomplete. Vertical list. Auto heal. Vertical
Auto
list.
heal.
Slow corner time scale.
Slow corner
vertical
time
list. Swing
scale.
steering assistance. Vertical 5. Swing steering
Swing
assistance.
steering
Vertical
assistance,
list.
pretty good idea to
13
have.
Of 94. Slider. 10. Adjust the amount of assistance added to web swinging. Higher values allow for easier web swinging, while lower values reduce the amount of assistance and causes physics to have a greater effect on web lines while swinging.
Well, I
L2
don't
button,
like
previous
physics, so
section,
we'll just have
R2
that all the
button,
way
net
up.
Vibration setting, vertical list, none, 3, functional, 2, experiential, 1, of, 3. All
I'm gonna put the
vibrations are enabled. Feel the
experiential
thunderous impact of
vibration
mail attacks
on,
all
just
the
because
way
I
to the moving
can.
electric buzz of milestone
Functional
powers.
is gonna
This
be
setting
like
is
less
designed
of
to-
it.
Vibration intensity, vertical list, 15, of, 94, slider, 10, adjust the overall
All the way
intensity
up.
of control. Adaptive triggers, vertical
Adaptive
list, 16,
triggers?
of, 94, selector locked, on, 2,
That's
invert look control, vertical list, repeated button presses, continuous dodge, vertical list, 19,
Was-
of, 94, selector, repeat,
What does
continuous
this
dodge,
do?
vertical
Continuous
list,
dodge?
19, of, 94, selector, off, 1, of, 2, when enabled, hold, circle button, to continuously dodge, L2 button, previous section, R2
Oh,
button,
that's cool.
next, swing/parkour mode, vertical list, 20, of, 94, selector, hold, 1, of, 2, sets swinging and parkour actions as either toggled on/off or A mode, vertical list, 21, of, 94, selector, hold, 1, of, 2, set same action as either toggled on/off or a
Okay,
button
so you
hold.
can.
The icon below
There's
appears when set to
reduced
toggle,
holds. That's
L2 button,
good. Good for
previous section,
motor
R2 button,
impaired.
next
Usually
section,
go through these
left right
menus. This is as
directional
good as
buttons
good a
choice,
time as any to
adjust,
do it, I
triangle
guess.
melee mode, vertical
Melee
list,
mode.
22, of, 94, selector, single, 1, of, 3, sets the melee action as either a single strike, a 4-hit combo per button tap, or a continuous action. The icon below is displayed when set to combo or continuous.
Oh, no,
L2
just
button,
singles,
UI
fine.
holds, vertical list, touchpad in combat, web shooter burst, vertical list, invert web wings, air trick mode, vertical list, motion sensor aiming, motion sensor sensitivity, motion sensor calibration, look at waypoint, vertical list, 31, of,
Okay, what's this do?
94, selector, on scan, 2, of, 2, automatically turns the camera towards the objective waypoint on scan, L2 button, previous section, R2 button, next section, left right directional buttons choice,
Okay, on
adjust,
scan. I'm
square
assuming
button,
scan
reset
is
default,
is
triangle
R3.
button, camera follow, vertical list, 32, of, 94, selector, on, 1, of, 3, automatically rotate camera behind Spider-Man while swinging or running, L2, combat camera, vertical full screen effects, aim arc color, vertical, target arc color, camera shake, motion blur, center dot color, depth of field, chromatic aberration.
Well, there's a
vertical
lot
list,
here. There's a lot
42,
for
of,
visual. There's a lot
94,
for
selector,
motion.
film grain, vertical list,
Not a huge lot
43,
for blind,
of,
but there's
94,
some.
UI parallaxing, look sensitivity, vertical web line bending, vertical list, aim sensitivity, swing camera motion, narrated ASL, vertical list, 49, of, 94, selector, on, 2, of,
What's this
2,
do?
enable narration of subtitled American Sign Language, ASL, lines, L2 button.
Oh,
previous
cool. So
section,
there's people
R2
who
button,
speak in
next
ASL, and then
section,
you have
left right
subtitles which
directional
they
buttons
get.
choice,
That's good. That's a
adjust,
good thing.
screen reader enabled,
Screen
vertical
reader's
list,
on.
screen reader volume, vertical list, 51, of, 94, slider, 7, adjust the volume of the screen
Yes, I
reader,
can make that
L2 button,
louder.
8, adjust the
A bit
volume
louder.
of, repeat delay time, vertical, repeat delay scale, voice boost, vertical list, audio descriptions enabled, vertical list, audio descriptions volume, mono audio, high frequency cutoff, notch frequency filter, notch frequency, low frequency cut, POI audio indicator, vertical list,
Oh, look.
62, of, 94, selector, off, 1, of, 2, enable spatialized sound effects for POIs from your audio output device. Custom waypoints are prioritized, but if none is selected, it prioritizes main story POIs. Volume is controlled by the UI volume slider, L2 button, on, 2, of, 2.
Interesting.
Enable
So that is
spatialized
not
sound
being
effects for
turned on when
POIs
you
from
do
your
the
audio
vision
output device.
presets.
Custom waypoints are
That is
prioritized,
very
but if none is
odd.
selected, it prioritizes main story POIs.
Someone just
Volume is
firebotted
controlled by the
me.
UI
Let's
volume
go see
slider,
who
L2
said
button,
what.
previous section, R2 button, next section,
that
left right directional
was
buttons choice, adjust,
Molly
square
Advanced
button,
saying
reset
that's
to
it.
default,
Yeah.
triangle button,
See if there's
reset
anything
alt,
else
subtitles,
while we're
vertical,
here.
subtitle color, subtitle, caption side, caption color, caption, in world, emphasis, in world text translations, vertical list, 74, emphasis text color, icon and prompt size, vertical
Yeah, I
list,
do like how much is
76,
here.
of,
There's a lot
94,
here.
selector, high contrast, here, ally shader, vertical list, NPC shader, enemy shader, basic enemy shader, range enemy, advanced menace enemy shader, boss shader, collectible shader, high contrast perfect hearing preset, vertical
Alright,
list,
so
1,
I
of,
guess I just
94, selector,
circle
off,
to
1,
leave. Let's
of,
see if there's
2.
like a
The
save
hearing
button.
accessibility preset adjusts the following
Oh,
settings.
that's a bit long.
High contrast
We'll just
perfect
do this
dodge,
one for a
vertical
sec.
list,
Perfect
94,
dodge.
of,
Perfect
94,
dodge is like when
grid
you
option,
dodge.
none. Apply a high contrast color to the perfect dodge effect to improve visual clarity.
Okay.
Spot, range, basic enemy shader,
Molly Advanced
vertical
says
list,
to
84,
repeat
of,
the
94, grid option,
increase the
red.
repeat
Apply a
delay.
solid enemy shader,
I
NPC,
will do
ally,
that.
hero, inf, caption, p, low, notch free, high, mono, high, p, subtitles, POI audio indicate, caption side, P, low, notch, high, mono, audio, repeat delay time, vertical list, 52, of, 94,
What's this
slider,
do?
10, set the amount of time. in seconds. Before the current set of entries will be repeated on idle. L2 button. Previous sec. Repeat delay scale. Vertical list.
Oh.
53. Repeat 11, 12, 13,
Yeah,
15.
we're making that
Set the
a
amount
little
of
bit
time
longer.
in seconds. Before the current set of entries will be repeated on idle. L2 button. Previous section. R2 button. Next section.
Perfect.
Left right directional buttons choice. Adjust. Square button. Reset to default. Triangle button. Reset all to default. Circle button. Back.
Okay, so we're back. We're saved. Now what do we do?
Settings. Settings. Vertical list. 7 of 8. Cross button. Select. Circle button.
You
Click.
raid?
Cross button. Jump. Then hold. R2 button. Swing.
Hey, MJ.
Hey guys, you might want to get downtown fast.
Swinging through Brooklyn. Jameson have you on the ground for the bugle?
Still can't believe old Triple J is your new boss.
Really loving the new regime.
You'll whip him into shape in no time.
Cross button. Jump.
what's up
then
with
hold.
Marco?
R2 button.
It's been
Swing.
years since our last showdown.
According to witnesses, he was running down Broadway yelling nonsense. They say he seemed angry and paranoid, delusional. He just exploded.
Man,
Cross button. Webs
hopefully we can calm him down.
I've seen people lose control like this. Be
Cross
careful.
button. Webs
Good thing there are two Spider-Men now.
Good luck.
Thanks, MJ.
Cross button. Webs
Might need the new tech we've been
Leaving
cooking up too.
No way. They're untested. Barely prototypes.
But you brought them, right?
Cross button.
No comment.
Jump. Then hold. R2 button. Swing.
We better get the Sandman quick.
Cross button. Jump. Then hold. R2 button. Swing.
What I'm doing? So far, so good. We'll see. Oh, punching things has been unlocked. I like that.
Leaving mission. You're leaving the mission area. Please head back to the mission area. Cross button. Return. Cross button. Jump. Then
Well-
hold. R2 button. Swing. Cross button. Jump. Then hold. R2 button. Swing. Cross button. Jump. Then hold. R2 button. Swing.
Am I supposed to hold like a directional key while I'm swinging as well, or does it just do that by itself? I don't really understand how this movement works.
Leave. Cross button. Jump. Then hold. R2
Screw
button.
you!
Swing.
I'm trying, okay? Hello, car.
Cross button. Jump. Then hold. R2 button. Swing. Cross button. Jump. Then hold. R2 button. Swing.
The experiential vibration actually help a lot, because I cannot hear if I'm swinging a lot of the time. think I'm going in circles.
Hold R2 button, cross button, swing jump.
Oh. Like this? Cool.
Hold R2 button, cross button, swing jump. Hold R2 button, cross button, swing jump. Hold R2 button, cross button, swing jump.
I'm trying. Not a very good instruction. Am I supposed to hold the one first and the other, or both at the same time? Or what am I supposed to do here, tutorial? That's not a very clear thing at all. This? Holding both keys. This is doing something. Hello! Things are going boom! This?
Leaving mission. You're leaving the mission area.
Sorry.
Cross button, jump, then hold R2 button, swing. Cross button, jump, then hold R2 button, swing. Cross button, jump, then hold R2 button, swing.
Come on, dude. We have to go.
I'm trying, my dude. But I'm old. I don't know how this works anymore.
Cross button, jump, then hold R2 button, swing.
That looked good.
Cross button, jump, then hold R2 button, swing.
Look out!
Circle button, dodge.
You okay?
Yeah, but I think we found him. Marco!
Circle button, dodge.
What the? That Sandman?
MJ wasn't kidding.
Circle button, dodge.
We gotta help him before he hurts someone. Or himself. Maybe he's hungry.
Circle
To toss
button,
the big
dodge.
guy a snack. That arm looks dangerous.
Circle button, dodge. Hold L1 button, R1 button,
Let's send
throw
that
object.
debris right back to him.
L1,
Open wide.
circle button, dodge.
What's the plan?
Keep him busy. I got an idea. He's really lost at this time. We gotta stop him. Quick.
Triangle button, zip to target. Triangle button, zip down directional button, heal, triangle button, zip to target. Triangle button, zip to target.
Oh, crap.
Peter kicks and embeds into Sand Giant Marco's nose. Marco snatches him, then crushes him.
Still angry after all these years, Marco? You should try yoga.
Marco snarls and hurls the unharmed Peter toward an office building.
Bye.
Peter tumbles through a window.
Must be more of a Pilates guy.
Peter dodges a grab.
Left stick up plus R2
Never
button.
said it was a
Sprint.
good one! It was supposed to be a normal day. Teach physics.
Eh?
Peter dodges a grab.
Left
was
stick
your
up
idea?
plus R2
Never
button.
said it was
Sprint.
a good one! It was supposed to be...
Peter dodges a grab.
Left
was
stick
your
up
idea?
plus R2
Never
button.
said it was
Sprint.
a good one! It was supposed to be a normal day. Teach physics. Have all...
I'm doing what it says, but I keep dying.
Peter dodges a grab.
Left
was
stick
your
up
idea?
plus R2
Never
button.
said it was a
Sprint.
good one! It was supposed to be a normal day.
It doesn't tell me to dodge or anything.
Peter dodges a grab.
Left
was
stick
your
up
idea?
plus R2
Never
button.
said it was
Sprint.
a good one! It was supposed to be a normal day.
This is kind of amusing.
Peter dodges a grab.
Left
was
stick
your
up
idea?
plus R2
Never
button.
said it was
Sprint.
a good one! It was supposed to be a normal day.
Is it saying left or up? I can't really hear it.
Peter dodges a grab.
Left
was
stick
your
up
idea?
plus R2. Resume. Vertical list. 1 of 6.
You don't know.
Cross
Do you have
button.
any
Select.
chance?
Circle button. Close.
No.
Said
Left
it was
stick
a
up
good
plus
one!
R2 button.
Okay,
Sprint.
up. Okay, that's what I'm
Supposed to be
doing.
a normal day. Teach physics. Have awkward conversations in the teacher's lounge.
He swings past fleeing civilians.
I did it this time.
Use the stairs, everyone!
Triangle button.
He catches a man.
Hold R2 button. Swing.
Spider-Man! Think you can sign for this delivery? It's coming in hot! I'm there!
Peter tosses him.
I got him!
Marco punches Peter. From sand piles nearby, humanoid forms rise up.
Mini Marcos?
Uh-oh.
I wish I could do that.
Peter dusts himself off.
Square button. Attack. Square button. Attack.
Set Mr. Airstick down. Not before he
Godot maybe, Molidvan.
Triangle button. Web
He's
strike.
not the only one. Sandman just...
Check in a second once I'm not fighting.
What the? He can do that? Apparently. Need you now.
Mr. Parker,
I'm sorry, who's this?
Principal Evans.
Of course, Principal
All
F.
students have evacuated their classrooms. Where are you?
Sand minions pile on.
Mr. Parker!
I just... forgot... something in my car!
Metal spider arms fling them.
What was that?
Nothing! I'm just...
L1 button. Plus. Square button. Spider barrage.
Spider barrage!
Attack and defense recharge abilities like Spider Barrage. Once fully recharged, they can be used again. Press cross button to continue.
It worked?
No.
I mean, I'm just running back right now!
Get back here and supervise your students, or else.
That does not sound good!
Almost there.
Circle
How you
button.
holding up?
Dodge.
Miles?
L1 button.
Principal Evans
Plus.
called.
Square button. Spider
Man.
barrage.
Am I getting expelled?
Hey, you're just cutting class! I abandoned students during a citywide emergency!
Yeah, you're screwed.
Marco's giant sand arm punches through a wall to grab Peter. From its wrist, sand humanoid Marco emerges.
Sandman!
I always hated that name.
I know you're angry at me!
This has nothing to do with you. Leave me alone!
Marco glances at a dripping pipe.
I want to help you. But it's gonna hurt first.
L1 button. R1 button.
Peter yanks the pipe above Marco. Water pours over them. Marco writhes back into the arm, which retracts from the building. Peter leaps after it, but giant Marco spikes him to the ground. Arms rise from sand to ensnare Peter.
Wait, so am I doing
His
the
head disappears
QTE
beneath
things
its
myself
surface, followed
then?
by his
Or
reaching
is it
hand.
doing it and I'm just pressing the buttons? Or I'm not sure what's
Miles
happening there.
grabs him while swinging past.
Guess he wasn't happy to reconnect.
Yeah,
Resume.
See what
Vertical list.
he's
1
gonna ask,
of
actually.
6.
You wanted to
Cross
make a
button.
game?
Select. Circle button. Close.
Let's see. You want a game?
Resume. Vertical list. 1 of 6. Cross button. Select.
Yeah,
Circle
Godot
button.
should probably be
Close.
able to do that, or Pygame, depending on how what like language you like best. But that should be pretty easy to do. Just learn how sprites are rendered and just do it like that. Maybe use SVGs. Could even do it on the web. There's various ways of doing it, honestly.
The nostalgic type.
Let me go, or I'll kill you.
He's not listening. We gotta turn it up a notch. How? He hates water.
Hold
His shoulder's
R2 button.
already
Swing.
wet.
Bet he's not a big fan of electricity then either.
Read my mind. Go for his shoulder.
Tutorial.
Circle button. Dodge. Triangle button. Zip to target. Triangle button. Zip to target.
Felt that all right.
And we have low health.
Water, though.
Very low
I'll man
health.
with webs while I get Sparky.
I'll keep the water flowing in the meantime.
I'd like to heal, please. I just hit by a car? I got hit by a car. This is gonna have to get clipped.
R1 button. Shoot webs. R1 button. Fire web shooters. Hold. R2 button. Swing. R1 button. Fire web shooters. R1 button. Fire web shooters. R1
some
button.
webs?
Shoot webs.
Made him myself.
Oh, you tap it like this. Okay, gotcha.
Triangle button. Zip to target.
You want more?
R1 button. Fire web shooters. Triangle button.
He's
Zip.
done.
Hold.
Take
R2
your
button.
shot.
Swing. Triangle button. Zip to target. R1 button. Fire web shooters. Hold. R2 button. Swing.
It's working. Just need to keep it up.
Circle button. Dodge. R1 button. Fire web shooters. R1
get up
button.
close
Fire
now.
web shooters. Triangle button. Zip to target. Hold. R2 button. Plus. Cross button. Then release. Charge jump. R1 button. Fire web shooters. Triangle button. Zip to target. Hold. R2 button. Plus. Cross button. Then release. Charge jump. Hold. R2 button. Swing. R1 button. Fire web.
It's
R1
webbing
button.
time!
Shoot webs. R1 button. Fire web shooters. Hold. R2 button. Plus. Cross button. Then release. Charge jump. R1 button. Fire web shooters. Hold. R2 button. Plus. Cross button. Then release. Charge jump. R1 button. Fire web shooters. Hold. R2 button. Plus. Cross button. Then release. Charge jump. Hold. R2 button. Plus. Cross button. Then release. Charge jump. R1 button. Fire web shooters. Hold. R2 button. Plus. Cross button. Then release. Charge jump. Hold. R2 button. Plus. Cross button. Then release. Charge jump. Hold R2 button plus cross button, then release, charge jump. R1 button, fire web shooters.
It'd be good if I could see the health
Hold
bar of
R2
whatever I'm
button,
fighting
plus,
at the
cross
moment.
button, then
I have no idea if I'm doing
release,
anything
charge
to it.
jump. R1 button, fire web shooters. Hold R2 button plus cross button, then release, charge jump. L2 button plus R2 button, zip to wall. L2 button plus R2 button, hold R2 button plus cross button, then release, charge jump. L2 button plus R2 button, zip to wall. R1
webs will
button,
keep 'em
shoot
busy.
webs. R1 button, fire web shooters. Hold R2 button plus cross button, then release, charge jump. R1 button, fire web shooters. R1 button, fire web shooters.
I'm doing it. I'm out of ammo.
Hold R2 button plus cross button, then release, charge jump. R1 button, fire web shooters. R1 button,
I don't
shoot
think I'm
webs.
hitting anything, honestly.
R1 button, fire web shooters.
I did something.
Hold R2 button plus cross button, then release, charge jump. R1 button, fire web shooters. Hold
Do I not need
R2
to-
button
do I not
plus
need to
cross
aim
button,
for this?
Then release, charge jump. R1 button, fire web shooters. R1 button, fire web shooters. L2 button plus R2 button, zip to wall. L2 button plus hold R2 button plus cross button, then release, charge jump. L2 button plus R2 button, zip to wall. R1 button, fire hold R2 button plus cross button, then release, charge jump. R1 button, fire web shooters. Hold R2 button plus cross button, then release, charge jump. R1 button, fire web shooters. R1 button, fire web shooters. R1 button, fire web shooters. Hold R2 button plus cross button, then release, charge jump. Hold R2 button plus cross button, then release, charge jump.
Good thing that we have friendly for
Hold
combat. We've
R2
probably already been
plus
creamed
cross button,
otherwise.
Then release, charge jump. R1 button, fire web shooters. Hold R2 button plus cross button, then release, charge jump. Hold R2 button plus cross button, then release, charge jump. R1 button, fire web shooters. R1 button, fire web shooters. R1 button, fire web shooters. Hold R2 button plus cross button.
Yeah, that
then
time at least we
release,
hit
charge
something.
jump. Hold R2 button plus cross button,
Time for
then
a
release,
face-to-face.
charge jump. Hold R2 button plus cross button, then release, charge jump. R1 button, fire web shooters. Hold R2 button plus cross button, then release, charge jump. Hold R2 button plus cross button, then release, charge jump. R1 button, fire web shooters.
This may be a little bit too friendly. Dude's just sort of standing
Hold
there.
R2 button plus cross button, then release, charge jump. Hold R2 button plus cross button, then release, charge jump. Hold
How often are we
R2
doing
button
this? Kind of
plus
a
cross button,
boring
then
arcade
release,
shooter at
charge
this
jump.
point. Come on. Go down
R1
already.
button, fire web shooters. Hold R2 button, plus, cross button, then release, charge jump.
Is this supposed to be like a boss
Hold
or something?
R2 button, plus, cross button, then release, charge jump. L2 button, plus, hold, R2 button, plus, cross button, then release, charge jump. L2 button, plus, R2 button, hold, R2 button, plus, cross button, then release, charge jump. L2 button, plus, R2 button, zip to wall. Hold, R2 button, plus, cross button, then release, charge jump. L2 button, plus, R2 button, zip to wall. Triangle button, zip to target. Triangle button, zip to target. Rapidly press,
Pull
square
up that
button,
bar,
strike.
Stan! Somebody order some water!
Triangle button, zip to target. Hold, R2 button, plus, cross button, then release, charge jump.
Bang! Spider-Man, watch out!
Marco grabs Miles.
No, 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 no!
He flings Miles across downtown, crashing through a building. Miles
Well.
shoots a web with each arm to catch himself. The webs stretch as he strains.
You okay? I'm working on it!
Miles slingshots back toward downtown.
What?
Marco throws vehicles at him.
Thought I lost you there!
Car.
Can't get rid of me that easy! Time for Genki to work his magic!
L
Genki,
down directional
you
button,
there?
heal. L1 down directional button,
Nuts.
heal.
I know, man.
L1
but listen,
button, L1.
we need a big water
Hold,
source by
R2
Wall
button,
Street.
plus, cross button, then release, charge jump.
You too, Mr. Parker. Will do. What? He knows? Genki knows all. Plus, we were super weird in class earlier. Knew I never should have taught at a gifted school.
Hold, R2 button, plus, cross button, then release, charge jump. R1 button, fire web shooters. Hold, R2 button, plus, cross button, then release, charge jump. Hold, R2 button, plus, cross button, then release, charge jump. R1 button, fire web shooters. Hold, R2 button, plus, cross button.
I do
then
like that you can
release,
hear the web
charge
actually
jump.
hitting something. There's an impact noise if you're close enough. Kind of cool. Helps a bit with, you don't know what you're hitting, but at least you know you're hitting something.
Hold,
Whee!
R2 button, plus, cross button, then release, charge jump. R1 button, fire web shooters. Hold, R2 button, plus, cross button, then release, charge jump. R1 button, fire web shooters. L2 button, plus, R2 button, zip to wall. Hold, R2 button, plus, cross button, then release, charge jump. L2 button, plus, R2 button, zip to wall. Hold, R2 button, plus, cross button, then release, charge jump. Hold, R2 button, plus, cross
Harder than
button,
it
then
looks.
release, charge jump. Hold, R2 button, plus, cross button, then release, charge jump. Triangle button, zip to target. Hold, R2 button, plus, cross button, then release, charge jump. R1 button, fire web shooters. Triangle button, zip to target.
Here it comes!
Triangle button, zip to target. Circle button, dodge. L1 button, R1 button. R1 button, fire web shooters. L triangle button, zip to target. Rapidly press, square button, strike. L1 button, R1 button. L1 button, R1 button. Triangle button, zip to target.
Yeah, but you make up your mind, can you?
Rapidly press square button. Strike.
Give him today's forecast, Spider-Man! 100% chance of rain! Got it right when we want him!
Down directional button. Heal.
Here, I thought we did that automatically. Oh well.
Circle button. Dodge.
Oh shit.
Circle button. Dodge.
Stop throwing shit at me. Motherfucker.
Hold R2 button. Swing. Triangle button. Web strike.
I think seems a little upset.
Triangle button. Web strike. Triangle button. Web strike. Triangle button. Web strike. Circle button. Dodge.
Whoop.
Down directional button. Heal. Triangle button. Web strike. Hold R2 button. Plus. Cross button. Then release. Charge jump. Hold R2 button. Plus. Cross button. Then release. Charge jump. Hold R2 button. Plus. Cross button. Then release. Charge jump.
I think he's broken.
Hold R2 button. Swing.
Get out of here. Ow.
Triangle button. Web strike. Circle button. Dodge. Circle button. Dodge. Hold R2 button. Swing.
Bye.
Triangle button. Web strike. Down directional button. Heal. Triangle button. Web strike. Hold R2 button. Swing. Triangle button. Web strike.
I don't think that's working.
Hold R2 button. Swing. Circle button. Dodge.
Ow. I really don't think this fight's meant to take this long. I really don't think it is.
Circle button. Dodge.
Whoop. Oop.
Hold R2 button. Plus. Cross button. Then release. Charge jump. Circle button. Dodge. Hold R2 button. Plus. Cross button. Then release. Charge jump. Hold R2 button. Plus. Cross button. Then release. Charge jump. Hold R2 button plus cross button, then release, charge jump. Hold R2 button plus cross button, then release, charge jump. Hold R2 button plus cross button, then release, charge jump. Hold R2 button plus cross button, then release, charge jump.
Then what?
Hold R2 button plus cross button, then release, charge jump.
We die.
Hold R2 button, swing. Hold R2 button plus cross button, then release, charge jump. Down directional button, heal. Circle button, dodge. Triangle button, web strike. Hold R2 button, swing. Triangle button, web strike. Hold R2 button, swing. Circle button, dodge. Down directional button, heal.
I have no idea what it's supposed to do. I'm really dumb.
Triangle button, web strike. Hold R2 button, swing. Triangle button, web strike. Circle button, dodge. Circle button, dodge.
Nope. Oh shit. Heal.
Hold R2 button, swing. Circle button, dodge.
This is the drunkest Spider-Man that's ever lived. Der Spinnermann. Der spinnt einfach.
Hold R2 button, plus, cross button, then release, charge jump.
But I don't know in what direction.
Triangle button, web strike. Hold R2 button, swing. Triangle button, web strike. Hold R2 button, swing. Circle button, dodge. Directional button. Heal.
I mean, this is fun and all, being a hero getting constantly smashed into the
Triangle
pavement,
button.
but
Web strike. Hold R2 button. Swing. Triangle button. Web strike. Triangle button. Web strike. Circle button. Dodge. Resume.
let me really
Vertical
quickly
lift.
check a
1 of
controls
8.
chart,
Cross
because
button.
I'm wondering if
Select.
that
Circle
tutorial
button.
thing
Close.
might just be a wrong instruction. Let's see. Because that triangle is apparently also something else, and I just want to make sure.
Resume. Vertical list. 1 of 8. Cross button.
Web
Select.
strike
Circle
and
button.
web
Close.
wings is triangle. Okay. Alright, so yeah, it is just triangle without anything else. Good to know.
Triangle button. Web strike. Triangle button. Web strike. Hold R2 button. Swing.
No, no, no! Get up! Spider-Man!
I have died. Spider got deaded.
Thought I
Alright.
lost you there! Can't get rid of me that easy!
Alright, let's try this again.
His magic. Yankee! You there? Dude, this is nuts! I know, man. But listen, we need a big water source by Wall
L1.
Street.
Hold R2 button. Swing.
Stay safe, dude. You too, Mr. Parker.
Will do. Wait, what? He knows? Yankee knows all. Plus, we were super weird in class earlier. Knew I never should have taught at a gifted school.
Circle button. Dodge. R1 button. Fire web shooters. Triangle button. Zip to target. Triangle button. Zip to target. Rapidly press. Square button. Strike. Help. R1 button. Fire web shooters. R1 button. Fire web shooters. Triangle button. Zip to target. Triangle button. Zip to target. Rapidly press. Square button. Strike.
Yeah, combo. Nice.
R1 button. Circle button. Dodge. R1 button. Fire web shooters. L1 button. R1 button. Triangle button. Zip to target. Rapidly press. Square button. Strike.
I'm going a little better this time.
Today's forecast, Spider-Man. 100% chance of rain.
Triangle button. Zip to target.
Got him right where we want him.
Water ball.
Hold R2 button. Plus. Cross button. Then release. Charge
Marco
jump.
reels and covers his face.
Guys, the water tank on the Matheson building should do the trick. We're talking 10,000 gallons here.
Got it. Thanks, Genki.
Miles sprints up the side of a building as Marco climbs after.
Left stick.
So that's what I tried to do for like the last half an hour.
Circle button. Dodge.
Just this.
Still think we got him right where we want him?
Circle button. Dodge.
I may have spoken too soon. And he's definitely getting bigger. Keep climbing. We're so close. The water tank.
As they reach the roof, Marco slams them. Miles falls several stories into a pile of sand. He looks around frantically.
Spider-Man?
The normal-sized Marco emerges from the sand.
I just wanted to live normal, like everyone else.
This isn't the way, Marco.
for a guy like me.
This isn't the Mandalorian.
There is no other way.
He sinks back down.
L1 button, plus, square button, venom punch.
Venom punch!
This is getting out of hand.
This is your focus bar. Heal by using a full focus bar. Fill your focus bar by attacking and defending. Press cross button to continue.
What happened?
Down directional button. Heal.
I ended up outside. Just keep going.
They've already
I'll
been
help
finding
you
out
get
that one.
through. The water tanks are only shot.
Oh, now we are the other
Dodge
two,
ranged attacks.
I think.
Triangle button. Web strike.
Yeah, I'm hitting triangle. Nothing's happening.
Only way is up.
Triangle button. Web strike.
I'm hitting it. Nothing's happening. Tutorial. What am I doing now?
L2 button. Plus. R2 button. Zip to point. L2 button. Plus. R2 button. Zip to ground. L1 button. Plus. Square button. Venom punch.
Venom punch!
L1 button. R1 button. Hold. Pull. Down directional button. Heal. L1 button. R1 button. Hold. Pull. 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 L1 button. R1 button. Hold. Pull.
All this destruction from one guy.
Down directional button. Heal.
Where are you, Pete?
Oh.
Get inside! Guess he's busy. It's gonna be a long day if we don't get that water tank.
Hello, tutorial.
L2 button. Plus. R2 button. Zip to point. Build focus by attacking and dodging enemies. Use a full focus bar to heal or perform finishers. Press cross button to continue.
Keep it moving, Miles.
I think this is where we might get stuck, because we're in a building, I'm pretty sure.
You can still have one!
No, I didn't even know there was such a thing.
Oh, man!
L2 button. Plus. R2 button. Zip to point. Finishers are devastating attacks that cost at least one full focus bar. Build focus by attacking and dodging enemies. Press cross button to continue. Triangle button. Circle button. Finisher. L1 button. Plus. Square
Why
button.
couldn't
Venom
Marco
punch.
just make sandcastles instead? Ma, everything okay? I'm with Pete.
I know. You're on every channel. I'm heading downtown to help coordinate resources and supplies. Is Genki covering for you at school?
He is. But I got this meeting with my counselor later, and the principal thinks
Listen,
that I'm...
I can talk to your principal, but New York needs you right now.
Triangle
Mom
button.
ever.
Circle button.
And
Finisher.
please, be careful. Yeah, don't need
Finish him!
Like Ma said, can't let New York down.
L1 button, R1 button. Hold, pull. L1 button, R1 button. Hold, pull.
I'm holding it. I'm doing it.
L1 button, R1 button. Hold, pull.
Uh-oh. We dead. We gone. We gone. How far do we go back?
Kid and Marco just make sandcastles instead.
Triangle button, circle button, finisher.
I'm not even that far.
Ma, everything okay? I'm with Pete.
L1
I know.
button, plus,
You're
square
on
button,
every
then and
channel.
punch.
I'm heading downtown to help coordinate resources and supplies. Is Genki covering for you at school?
He is. But I got this meeting with my counselor later, and the principal thinks
Listen,
that I'm...
I can talk to your principal, but New York needs you
Triangle
right
button,
now.
circle button, finisher.
Coolest mom ever.
Please, be careful. Te quiero, mijo.
Like Ma said, can't let New York down.
L1 button, R1 button. Hold, pull. Left stick, target select.
You asked for lightning.
L1 button, R1 button. Hold, pull. Triangle button, web strike. Triangle button, circle button, finisher. L1 button, plus, square button, venom punch. Down directional button, heal.
This just turns into Streets of Fury.
You're only making it worse for yourself, Marco!
I don't care.
Wish I could just write about this for my essay. I'd get into any college I wanted. Or Spider-Man would.
Triangle button, circle button,
Right.
finisher.
Brainstorm later, Miles. Focus.
L1 button, plus, square button, venom punch. Down directional button, heal.
Now don't be too shocked.
Down directional button, heal.
How's it going, Spider-Man? Almost there. Water tank's ours.
Triangle
Actually,
button, zip
it's
to
his
target.
now.
Marco hefts the building's roof.
Hey, sorry. What'd I miss? He's trying to eat me. Let's give him a drink instead.
They break open the water tower, spilling it over Marco.
And for a
He
shower.
melts and falls.
Did we do it?
On the street below, the sand swirls into a violent, whirling gust.
Nope.
It races up a building and catches Peter in its whirlwind.
Pete!
It hurls Peter skyward.
Break out the new toys. The suit's last software patch wasn't stable, but here goes nothing.
Press, triangle button, web wings.
The web wings?
Left stick up, dive down.
They're flying. But
Web
we're
wings
not out of
controls
this
can be
yet.
inverted in game
Marco's
settings.
at Pier 4 Beach. What happens if he gets all that sand? Think he just did. Gonna need
Left
you
stick down,
ASAP,
right
Miles.
up.
Yeah, I see him all right. I'm right behind you. Miles,
Left stick up, dive down. Left stick down, glide up. Web wings
What did I
controls
just
can be
get
inverted
myself
in game
into?
settings.
I'm dying.
You gotta calm down, Marco! Innocent people are in danger!
Care about them,
Circle button.
but not me. They wouldn't listen to Marco, but they can't ignore Sandman.
Triangle button, zip to target.
Marco towers in the eye of a sandstorm. Peter soars toward him, but is struck by lightning. He tumbles to a destroyed building, chest crackling with electricity. A glowing spot arcs toward him from the sky above.
Miles! One and only.
Miles helps Peter to his feet. They look at Marco as sand minions emerge nearby.
Any ideas?
Electricity from a nearby antenna arcs through the minions. They each solidify, then shatter.
Yeah. Class is back in session.
Use a full focus bar to either heal or perform a devastating finisher. Press cross button to continue. Full focus bar. Down
Marco's
directional
storm
button.
is
Heal.
generating
Triangle
a lot
button.
of
Circle button.
electricity.
Finisher.
What happens to the surface
L1
tension
button.
of sand if you turn up the voltage?
Oh, you're right. That's when I shot the mini.
A+. You absorb enough energy. I'll shoot it right at him.
You want me to get hit by
L1
lightning?
button. Plus.
you
Square
handle
button.
it?
Spider
Show me
barrage.
one way to
Down
find out.
directional button. Heal. Triangle button. Circle button. Finisher.
So there doesn't appear to be an
Triangle
audio
button. Circle button. Finisher.
cue for full focus bar. That's kind of a shame.
Triangle button. Circle button. Finisher. L1 button. R1 button. L1 button. Left stick. Target select.
Yeah, you gonna redirect a lightning
L1
bolt?
button. R1
like
button.
you said.
Hold.
Gotta
Pull.
break out the toys.
Smash. L1 button. R1. L1 button. R1 button. Hold. Pull. L1 button. R1 button. Hold. Pull. Left stick. Target select. L1 button. Plus. Square button. Spider barrage. Down directional button. Heal. L1 button. R1 button. Hold. Pull. Smash. L1 button. R1 button. Hold. Pull. L1 button. R1 button. Hold. Pull. Smash. Square button. L1 button. R1 button. Left stick. Target select. L1 button. R1 button. Left stick. Target select. L1 button. R1 button. L1. Left stick. Target select. L1.
Now or never, Spider-Man. Time to move.
L2 button. Plus. R2 button. Web tunnel. L2 button. Plus. R2 button. Web tunnel.
I did it, but nothing happened. I don't think.
L2 button. Plus. R2 button. Web tunnel.
Okay.
Triangle button. Web wings.
Why won't you
L2 button.
just give
Plus.
up?
R2 button. Web
Because we
tunnel.
promised to protect this city.
Triangle button. Web wings. L2 button. Plus. R2 button. Web tunnel. L2 button, plus, R2 button, triangle button, web wings, L2 button, plus, R2 button, web tunnel, circle button, dodge, L2 button, plus, R2 button, web tunnel, triangle button, web wings, L2 button, plus, R2 button, web tunnel, L2 button, plus, R2 button, web tunnel, triangle button, zip to target.
Huh?
L2 button, plus, R2 button, zip to paint. L2 button, plus, triangle button, web wings. L2 button, plus, R2 button, web tunnel. Triangle button, zip to target.
Peter webs up Marco's eyes, but is struck by lightning.
Zap.
He plummets toward the ground. Miles swings him onto a falling tanker truck.
Oh, fucker.
Peter recovers. Miles glows with orange bioelectricity as he swings through the storm. Marco swipes at the tanker. Peter dodges just in time. He and Miles land on a chunk of concrete being carried by the storm. Peter unfolds his spider arms.
We good?
Miles touches his back.
We're good.
L1 button, circle button.
From the spider arms, a focused beam of electricity strikes Marco. Splitting apart, giant Marco crashes into the river by tour boats.
Hi, Marco.
Miles and Peter fall from the
Hi,
concrete
Polo.
chunk and dive into the river nearby. The sandstorm dissipates.
Look at we the hero man.
I have sand everywhere.
Together, they swim for the shore using a front crawl stroke.
Good to know what move you're using.
On
Trophy?
the shore, Marco is trapped in a cell.
Can I have a sweet trophy? I want a trophy.
Marco, it's gonna be okay.
Give me the Marco Polo trophy.
Been okay for a long time.
You need help, all you have to do is ask.
He slowly turns to face Peter and Miles and shakes his head with a grimace.
You're the ones who are gonna need help when they come for you.
A helicopter takes off, carrying the glass-walled cell toward the raft prison.
Bye.
Peter glances at Miles.
Come for us.
The helicopter soars across the river. Text, 6 months ago. In a moonlit rainforest, a burly white man wears a black tank top and combat pants. Geometric tattoos run along his left arm and the left side of his partially shaved head. He kneels by a huge leaf spattered with blood. The man touches the blood, then carefully tastes it. He squints with dark eyes and draws a combat knife.
You grow slow in your old age, Sergei.
He stabs a shadow but comes away holding an empty leather sleeve.
A fate you will not share.
Another man appears behind him wearing fur-lined chest armor. He grabs the tattooed man's wrist, forcing him to drop the knife.
I've been in your shadow for hours, but you sense nothing.
He grabs the tattooed man's throat.
Pathetic.
He squeezes. The tattooed man falls limp. The armored man tosses him aside. His right shoulder is padded with a large animal skull, and his lion-imprinted chest armor is lined with fur that expands around his neck like a lion's mane.
I asked for an equal. And this is what you find.
Sir, perhaps a new hunting ground.
Several armored hunters emerge from the shadows. One holds a tablet up to their leader. It shows a holographic New York with bios for Black Cat, Tombstone, Lizard, and more. A smile tugs at the leader's lips.
Light the fires. The great hunt begins.
He turns, and the other hunters follow into the shadows of the rainforest. Before the moonlight, a title appears. Marvel Spider-Man 2.
We played the tutorial. Look at us go. I'm assuming that's the end of the tutorial. Trophy? Trophy? Thank you!
Trophy earned. Press the PS button for details.
Drifts are piled high in the streets. Miles kneels atop a partially buried city bus, helping civilians out of it. He checks his phone, but the FNSM app is offline.
The app is busted.
He touches his earpiece.
Pete, you seeing this?
Through clogged streets, towering skyscrapers fly past. Lines of cars are trapped between sand piles. Construction equipment works to clear sand and debris.
Hold on a sec, Miles.
Flecks of dust fly past as Peter swings through another part of downtown. His spider arms lift rubble off a subway entrance.
I've got it. You're gonna be safe.
Injured civilians exit onto the street. Peter checks his phone.
Yeah, same here. Hey, Genki?
I know. The whole city's telecom network is down.
What's happening to the requests that are coming in?
They'll all get queued, but... Wait. I'm gonna try a workaround.
Work fast.
Peter nods and swings to an overlook. A fire engine sprays a burning building nearby.
Surface tension complete. Rewards
Right before the app went down, I saw a request
XP.
for help at Liberty and Broadway.
Yay, 2000
R3
XP.
button. Show objective.
Headed
L2
there
button.
now.
Plus. R2 button. Zip to point. Cross button. Point launch.
What a mess! Marco, what got into you?
I'm actually not sure if I'm meant to just be walking or swinging or what I'm meant to be doing at this point. So far, walking seems to work.
There they are.
Yeah, I thought so. Uh-oh, does that mean it's behind a wall? And that I have no... Oh no, we're good. Having fun there, you two? Need some help?
Gotta focus. People need my help.
And learn to swing in a straight line, you goof. These persons?
Spider-Men were victorious in their battle with the force of nature, also known as Flint Marko. But at what cost? We'll be following this breaking story as it develops.
I'm supposed to help these guys? I will say, I know what these two are probably doing, but it sounds... Yes, though. And I'm not sure where to go. I guess the tutorials have run out of helpful things to say, so at this point we're on our own. Should people know? Oh, that's a shame. Grand Theft Spider. But no. My dream of Grand Theft Spider will always be that. A dream. Am I going to the crowds? Hello. I can fly. Kinda. On my wings. Okay, well, we did a tutorial, and I think that's about all we're going to be able to do. This is my thoughts before we close off here. Basically, I like the game. I think a lot of the audio cues could have been a little bit more distinct. I have no idea what I'm doing a lot of the time, but that might just be me not hearing all. Triangle? Okay. Well, we'll try that. Oh. Holding L2 does stuff now. Anyway, yeah. So basically, we are probably very close to what we're meant to be doing, but it doesn't tell us that. So that's a tricky thing. Were that to be added, were like there'd be like sort of a marker for that, that'd be an easy, patchy way to get that resolved. Take another smoke, my friend. Yeah, what I think for the rest, the game's pretty fun. Like, a lot of times you don't really know what you're doing, fair enough, but the stuff that's in here does work relatively well. I mean, the indicator is useful in a sense that it gives me a bit of an idea of where I'm meant to be going, but it's still not really all that clear in the sense that I don't really know where I am in comparison to it and what obstacles may or may not be in between. So when the tutorial tells me to jump, I know to jump, but that is not always going to be there.
Peter pulls a civilian
There
from
we
a
go.
sand pile.
You okay? I am now. Thank you.
The man stands and nods.
Spider-Man, Chief needs your help.
Fuck you. I'm talking about the game.
Spider-Man, got a minute?
No. Like what I'm noticing sometimes is towards the end of that little interaction queue, it goes towards the left or the right. So what does that mean then? Is this the point already moved, even though I haven't turned? Like, is the thing telling me that it's not working right? It's interesting. I'm trying to talk to this dude that just yelled at us, but can't find him. So what this game could really be, what this game could really use is that item scanner thing that Last of Us has, where you get a little ping with things around you, and you can just walk towards whatever you like to walk towards. That would solve the I am almost there but not quite there yet problem that we're facing now. Yeah, at this point the game becomes, so I wouldn't say it's unplayable. It is playable. It just takes a lot of patience. And the problem with those kinds of games and streams is that I don't have a lot of patience in streams. I do up to a point if progress is still tangible. But at some point the progress is so minimal that the stream gets boring for me to do. So that's why a lot of games that I start eventually run into the ground, like God of War Ragnarok, for example. If I get to a puzzle where I cannot progress without sighted help, I know that I can probably make it work if I mess with it for 45 minutes and then maybe by accident, completely by random conversions of events, I'll make it work. But that's not fun to stream. So at that point, the game becomes difficult to stream. And I mainly stream to show off new games, and I show off games that I can play by myself. I know there's a lot of gamers without sight who play so-and-so game with the co-pilot, and that's a lot of fun. I will do those streams occasionally, but really my channel, the reason I started streaming was to show off games that you don't need help with. So while I have played Temtem with a person in the past, and it's a lot of fun, there are fun social streams where you're not just talking to yourself for hours on end, but apart from that, they're not the main thing on my stream. The main thing on my stream is just trying new stuff, see how far we get. And if there's a new release, I want to cover it on the channel. So that's really what I'm doing this for. And that's why I like that I at least had some gameplay to show off for this. Like we now it'll get really tedious to continue. But at least we got to have some fun with it. We had to play a tutorial, we got to play some fun little action scenes. That was amusing. And then if that's what you wanted to get out of a game, then that's perfect. Then if you have the patience to play it by yourself and do your own thing, then that's great. That's fantastic. I don't. I want a game on stream that I can play and that has somewhat tangible progress. So things like The Last of Us do that. As Dusk Falls does that. So I'll probably play that again with the new stuff. Mortal Kombat does that if I don't screw up too bad. What was that about? God of War is pretty good. I have gotten stuck with random, like, moving a pillar a certain way or getting ice bridges to form, and I've noticed that I got stuck there and took me a bit to figure it out. And ideally, I'd like a little bit more feedback about what's actually happening visually in those kinds of games. In that sense, having a sighted person in my stream for that kind of thing would be nice now and again, but I also don't want to be that another like blind streamer who like essentially watches somebody else play for like 80% of it and then does a little bit of combat now and again. So, and in God of War Ragnarok, as you yourself say, it's not that bad. It's actually pretty good for the most part. You do miss a lot of ambience, like the God of War designs and the architecture and everything is really well done. And because there is no audio description, you'll miss out on a lot of that. There's also a lot of lore and a lot of like stuff hidden around the various ruins. So if you have someone who can sort of point that all out to you, that would be a really fun collab stream, and I would totally do that. Provided I play, like, let's say 90% of the game and the other person is mostly just there to do that kind of spotting. But then there is games like Final Fantasy VII where I've seen someone play Final Fantasy VII. I see someone play Final Fantasy VII, the new one, And it's just, I know that game. It's an action RPG. You're doing a lot of combat and there's no navigation help. You can't read the menus because there's no TTS. So if you have a person playing that with you, you're excited help playing that with you, what are you, the gamer without sight, actually still doing? You're just sort of sitting there mashing buttons for combat, and that's literally all you do. And that, to me, that's boring. To me, that's not a fun stream. For Temtem, that is also kind of true. But with OCR, you know, you can at least read the text that goes by as a streamer. I was doing it with a person who was dyslexic, so I was reading the text, they were doing the navigation, I was doing the battles. And that worked pretty well, but it's not all games that works with, I think. There's a lot of games that just don't work well with that. Minecraft, I have not really played with yet. It's on the list for this year. I also have Factorio, and Lethal Company, and a couple of other things on the list. I want to do a Fortnite stream at least once to show off the mod for that. I have no idea. I need to learn it first, I don't know how it works. But there is apparently a Fortnite mod that is somewhat usable. World of Warcraft Classic is also on the list. Like when they get the World of Warcraft Retail is on the list when they get their stuff together, because they keep like breaking their UI like every week and adding new stuff. So it's really chaotic right now, and I'm waiting for things to sort of drop into a bit of a yeah. There's like a I think it's called voice attack or speech attack that they use to script a whole bunch of things in the games. I don't know how legal it is, because I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of aim assist going on in that, and I probably don't love that on multiplayer games. But apparently there is a Fortnite thing, and I am curious enough to figure out how that would work to do it on a Stumble Saturday. It's certainly not a Wallop Wednesday game. Wallop Wednesday games are games that just work really smoothly. But for Stumble Saturday, for something like this, I'll Fortnite. It's fine. I'll have fun with it and get completely destroyed. Sounds fun. Grand Theft Access has apparently made a resurgence. I want to see if that goes anywhere. Maybe, but I don't really care. Like for Fortnite, if it's like one thing, if it's like one time and they ban me afterwards, well, fine. We had a Fortnite stream. Apparently, people are playing it successfully though. So either the management doesn't care all that much, or the auto aim is not as blatant as I think it is. But the same dude who's doing the Lethal Company mod, which I will also cover when that's good. There's also someone who's doing the Banner Saga, but that I think is still in a very early stage, so that'll come up at some point. I'm waiting for what's that other game called? The one that we played a couple of weeks ago on the channel, with the balls and this code, Crosscode? No, Crosscode? I think it was Crosscode. Yeah, the French thing. No, not the French thing. The sci-fi sort of anime-like game. Yeah, pretty sure it was Crosscode. That mod is also still being developed, so that'll be looked into. I will probably do like a blind gamer jam this year, because I've done it every year, so I should probably do it now too. But that's all future music. There's a lot of stuff I want to do still. Outside of gaming, there's also a whole lot of hacking content that I'm preparing. I'm doing a lot of reviews on Capture the Flag websites, hacking platforms, just looking at the accessibility of things, how to dodge around inaccessibility of things, because you'll do a lot of that when you go into this field. That'll be on my YouTube channel though. When that materializes, I will make a bunch of noise about it. For the moment, I think I'm going to end off. I'm going to look if someone is there that I can raid out to. Let's see who we have. Anyone who's playing something somewhat similar would be great, if I tend to try to do. Let me see. Which, but yeah, there's a lot of things I still want to do. This game, probably not going to be coming back anytime soon, depending on what they change. If there's going to be like more audio cues, maybe Diablo 4 is also one I'm curious about, if they're going to change that or make that any better. I don't necessarily think so. It's Blizzard, so who knows? But yeah, we'll have to see. I'm keeping my ear to the ground about a lot of different games. We're gonna see how things progress in the coming months. It has honestly been a little quiet in February. That's why I haven't really streamed much that month. For the most part, it's just there's just nothing to stream in like my niche, which is play games that you yourself can play at least up to a point. And I don't really do like, oh, there's the one new character out in Mortal Kombat, let's go play that game again. Like, I will cover that again because they have made quite a few improvements to like the speech and things, so it'll feature again, just not every time there's like a new season with like one new character or whatever. Just don't care enough at that point. So yeah, we'll see. Hearthstone is, you know, a safe thing to go back to. I do want to do, if I can make it like look any decent, I do want to do a Conjury game and just a mobile stream at some point that'll have Conjury, maybe some Perceptron, although that's very boring to stream. What's that other one called? Dawncaster, and a couple of other ones. 0 results. Okay, that's what we can do. Channels you follow. Who is live? They are playing Deep Rock Galactic, but they are a German channel, so that's not ideal. We have this person playing Overwatch 2. Ah, Raffen. Raffen is on. He's doing Pacific Drive. Let's do that one. Yeah, Raffen UK. It's a person in the UK. I believe they're, I don't know if they're British or Scottish or what they are, but they're in the UK somewhere. And, they do a lot of fun games. They play like The Witcher. I've seen them play various other RPGs. This is another thing. I'm not really sure what they're doing at the moment, but this looks fun, so I'll send you guys over there.
Raid initiated. We will be raiding Ran UK in 90 seconds.
Alright, did I spell that right? Yeah, well, it gets just weirdly pronounced. Okay, well, Raffen UK is part of the Gathering, which is like a Twitch community of people. It's pretty fun. And, yeah, I'm going to be I'm going to be raiding out to them. I've done it in the past. It's been a minute, so we'll see how that goes.
60 seconds
I'll probably
remaining.
be back on Wednesday. I'm not sure what I'll be doing on Wednesday yet. Might also be Saturday.
One thing at a time. Main mission. L3 button. Focus on player. L2 button. R2 button. Zoom. Cross button. Waypoint. Square button. Legend. Circle button. Close.
Oh, I opened the map. Look at a time. Yeah. Probably Wednesday. Otherwise, Saturday for stream. I do have a lot of work stuff to do, so it's a little iffy if I have time.
Map
But
1 of 4.
we
L1
will,
R1 tab list. One thing at a time. Main
we'll
mission.
figure it
L3
out.
button. Focus on
30
player.
seconds
the map
remaining.
on the
Button.
screen
Zoom.
will be
Cross
rating
button.
out to
Waypoint.
Craft
Square
UK, who's
button.
playing.
Legend. Circle button.
What was
Close.
that it said? Something Pacific? I can't see it now. I closed it. Well, they're a fun player. They're a fun player. We'll have fun with them. You'll have fun with them. Everyone has fun with them. And yeah. Once we raid out, that'll be the thing.
10 seconds remaining.
All right. Have a good day, everyone. I'll see you in the next one. And
Map 1 of 4. L1 R1 tab list. One thing at a time. Main mission. L3 button. Focus on player. L2 button. R2 button.
Raid
Zoom. Cross
forwarded
button.
to Ran
Waypoint.
UK.
Square button. Legend. Circle button. Close. Map 1 of 4. L1 R1 tab list. One thing at a time. Main mission. L3 button. Focus on player. L2 button. R2 button. Zoom. Cross button. Waypoint. Square button. Legend. Circle button. Close. 1 of 4. L1R1 tab list. One thing at a time. Main.